Join us, or we will take your state. Ganduje wants as APC expands reach, dismisses Atiku's visit to Buhari. That's all they care about. Taking your state. We will take your state. You are going to take your state. That's all they care about. They don't know any other thing that is going on in the country. They don't care about the insecurity that is going on. They don't care about the loss of lives. They don't care about the killings, the Boko Haram insurgency. They don't care. All they care about is we are going to come and take over your state. Yeah, people. The National Chairman of All Progressive Congress, APC, Dr. Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, has expressed unwavering confidence in the party's dominance and its plan to expand its control beyond the 21 states it currently governs. Speaking to journalists after leading the APC National Working Committee (NWC) to visit former President Muhammadu Buhari in Kaduna, Ganduje declared that the party is poised to bring more states into its fold, either through defection or electoral victories. Just say either through rigging, because that's what people know how to do best. Even though we are talking about 21 states, we are also eyeing other states that will come into our fold. Either the governors themselves will come, or we go for election and we defeat them. How? How do you want to defeat them? By rigging now. Because what other things do you have? Nothing. It's because people have INEC at your beck and call. It's always talking with confidence. Because you know that people will rig election. Emphasizing the APC's ambition to deepen its political influence ahead of the 2027 general elections, he described the party as the strongest in West Africa. You hear the smell. This Ganduje is always feeling himself and always talking as if everybody is at his beck and call. It is well. He described the party as the strongest in West Africa, underscoring his readiness to consolidate and expand its grip on power. Ganduje's comments come amid speculation of a potential opposition coalition sparked by a recent visit to Buhari by former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, the 2023 presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party (PDP). Atiku was accompanied by prominent opposition figures including former Governor Nasir El-Rufai, Kaduna, Aminu Tambuwal, Sokoto, Gabriel Suswam, Benue, Jibril Abindo, Adamawa, and Achike Udenwa, Imo. The visit fueled rumors of a possible Northern alliance to challenge President Bola Tinubu's administration in 2027. The opposition moves, describing any talk of a merger as a joint venture that will fail. It's not going to fail, whether you like it or not. However, Ganduje dismissed concerns about the opposition moves, describing any talk of a merger as a joint venture that will fail. He stated, "We are not worried at all. This is just history trying to repeat itself. They went on a joint venture which will not work because from what we are seeing, these are just some particles that cannot come together." You think so? You think so, Abi? Okay, now let's wait and see. The APC chairman assured supporters that the party has strategies in place. There is no strategy you have in place. The only strategy you have is rigging. That is the only strategy you people have. You don't have any other strategy. So stop with you have strategies in place to counter any opposition plan. Though he refrained from revealing specific because they don't have. He's not going to reveal any specific strategy because the only strategy they have is rigging. That's their only strategy. So I beg. Atiku addressed the press after his meeting with Buhari, clarified that the visit was a post-Salah courtesy call and not politically motivated. Now Nasabi, because I don't know all of you are visiting Buhari. I beg. There is a plan for the major political parties to come together and form a strong opposition, but it is not part of our visit, he said. He later shared on his verified X handle that the meeting was a wonderful time with Buhari, praising the former president some more. The flurry of visits to Buhari, including one by APC governor earlier in the week, has heightened political intrigue as Nigeria approaches the 2027 election cycle. For now, Ganduje remains optimistic, asserting that the APC is comfortable but not resting as it works to strengthen its hold on power and capture additional states. Because you people have INEC at your beck and call, that is why you feel so confident. There's nothing else. Nothing else. Mike says, go better for APC and all the supporters who will get. James Michael says, yes, you can take their state by a state of emergency. That's not forever though. What about corruption, kidnapping, banditry, and terrorism? People are suffering with hunger and insecurity while you are busy grabbing power and wealth instead of building a peaceful and progressive nation. It is well. It is indeed well. Elijah Umar says they believe in giving people 1k and rice to rig election. I don't blame them. I blame the masses and youth because they are senseless. Those old men will use them with 1k and rice for them to support them into power. At the end, that same people will cry and lament. Military need to take over Nigeria so that things can work well. The thing is, I don't know, we always have forgetful memory in this country and I don't know why. And if by now Nigerians do not have sense that these people, they'll just come, they'll lie to you, give you money, give you rice, just for you to suffer for another 4 or 8 years. If they are not wise by now, then they cannot be wise again. It is well. Iran declared says, if not for the useless democracy we practice, which Nigerian in his right senses will vote APC or decamp to your vote to do what? Exactly, to do what? It's only a silly person that will be supporting APC. It's only, and they have silly people all over their party. They have. Idris Ibrahim says, this man went mad. Are we in democratic system of government? Or what? How can this man tell the world that they are not winning this election, they are taking the election by using government power? That is obviously stating the fact now. Because they know that they cannot win if the election is free and fair. If election is free and fair in this country, they cannot win. They know. Malumi Sonny says, go on and take over the state by rigging. What do judge you? Because that's the only way they can take over the state. That's what they know how to do best, rig. That's the only thing. Easy Coker says, when they all join you, you will now have one party country. That will be a true democracy, Abi. You are a proper Fulani man with cow brain. You are supposed to be in the bush, tending to cattle, not in the midst of civilized people in the cities at all. Some of them do not deserve those positions that they are. Only God knows how they got there. It is well. Moses Jonah says, Northern leaders and others, stop corruption. This is not power gram. Care for the masses. Look at Ivory Coast leader. African leaders, especially Nigeria. Stop, make changes. God's masses for God's sake. What's all this? Bele is really complaining. And what Joseph says, you're a foolish man. God will punish you and your generation, idiot. APC will never succeed in 2027. Before then, because of the crying of the Nigerians, God will remove Tinubu with his terrible, wicked, and heartless government. As a human being, he did not for people. It's only him and his children, especially that his wicked son and daughter. It is well. It is well. That's why they are calling his son to tell him that, well, tell your papa or say we dey suffer for inside this country. It is well. Besides, it says, God willing, this time around you will not 10 states, even with their plans to manipulate the 2027 general election. Like you will not win 10 states. Is that what you mean? Okay. Alright. My listeners, over to you. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like, to share and subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.